Hello, my loves. I thought I would bring you with me. Wanted to over at the park pond. Um, Wanted to talk about certain things that's been weighing heavy on my mind and heart. Some things to address for reflection, and there's a lot of people out, so I kind of branched off onto a path. So maybe I wasn't quite distracted with what I wanted to say, and let's just say that I will probably be off on tangents like I typically am sometimes. There's a lot of things I want to cover. And so earlier, let me say this. Earlier, I was trying to review some videos that I have saved on YouTube. I have different playlists that are secret only to me. A lot of videos through years that I've saved, different playlists, and all of a sudden I can't find a playlist. No matter how hard I'm trying, I can't find it. And to be real, back in time, I've had videos removed where I didn't ask for it. I wanted it saved. I didn't want them removed, but all of a sudden they're not available to me and they're automatically removed from my playlist. So that's happened in the past. But this time I can't find a majority of the playlists I can't find. And I did finally get a little bit to pull up, but there's still a lot of things that I can't find. Things that I wanted to review over, maybe possibly share, because, I thought maybe it might be helpful. So if I do end up being successful with it, and I think it's relevant, then I will share. Because, so let me just say, okay. So certain events, the recent events, the current, integrity landing. So I want to admit that I didn't really watch everything from all these days preparation till the actual, event going on. Because to be real, I don't really, it's not like I'm watching, news and TV all the time. I try to limit my interaction with all of that and on a personal level. And so let me say, and forgive me if I'm branching off on all sorts of directions, because there's a lot I wanted to say. But when I first watched it the other day, and I watched some of it going on because someone was watching it, and I watched it happening, okay? In my heart and my mind was telling me something ain't right about this. This doesn't seem real. I mean, this seems kind of a far-fetched. It's a stretch. This doesn't even look real to me. I'm not connecting with this at all, okay? And, then just everything about it, the visuals, the pictures, what I'm hearing, they're telling me, and then they lost contact for over 6 minutes, whatever it is, I don't know. But just the whole thing in itself, it felt to me like it was made up. Like it was trying to make me think that this happened. Okay? And besides that, back in time, the original moon landing back in Apollo 11, I've watched more of that stuff. you know, when it was, you know, all that stuff back in time, and I had like a saved. And even back then, and like I said, I had watched a lot of that back then. A lot of that stuff even seemed like something was orchestrated with that. That's what I'm trying to tell you. And I highly suggest that you review back over certain things, okay? And no matter who is telling you anything, whether it's the government, whether it's you know, any sort of officials, or you know, whoever it is, anybody, don't just take whatever somebody says as being true. Do your own research. And always trust what your inner compass, your inner self tells you. If something inside you says, oh, this don't feel right. This don't feel right to me. Something sounds off. Trust it. Because they say our inner self, our heart is our compass. We are connected still with the source, with God, Creator. We're not separated from spirit, divine, whatever, okay? We're a part of it. It's a part of us. And angels, all of them. Outer sky, outer planet, inner planet. It's all within us and all around us. I say we're connected with our minds and our hearts, and we're given messages. And my personal opinion, okay, so let me back it up. So as I'm saying about the stuff from the older moon landing videos, okay? Like I said, I would try to like review over certain things, use your own judgment and common sense. But you have to be careful though, because as I was trying to find things up today, you know, they're always trying to like remake things, change things up, you know. So you gotta like be mindful and look for like more original pieces that aren't changed, and so you can see. But I had seen things like, as in like back in time, Apollo 12 or whatever, I seen like pieces of like while I'm watching the video, I'm like, really? Seriously? Like this is really happening? I seen like pieces of objects, of part of like I don't even know, part of the spacecraft, or you know, whatever it was. But it looked like balled up pieces of tin foil, aluminum foil. And then I seen like the astronauts were running, and a whole bunch of like sand was like supposed to be like the moon's atmosphere, but it was just like totally like just flying in the air. And I'm thinking like, what happened with the grass? Because they can barely walk, right? Everything's like slow-mo, okay? And all of a sudden, all this like sand is like flying up in the air and stuff. And it's like a total contradiction, right? I say, what in the world? And then on top of that, I seen something like the one guy, it was, like I said, if I can pull it up, but just, you can even just view it. But all this stuff was not resonating with me. And it was like a bad quality movie, right? Because, you know, sometimes like even the newer movies even are more realistic, is what I'm saying. than some of the stuff that's supposed to be real, right? It's like, I'm not buying into this. I don't believe it. I don't believe what they're trying to tell me here. And so anyway, so what I was branching off with is when the astronauts were standing by the spacecraft, this back in time, and all of a sudden some object come and flew, I don't even know what, but something came and shot out, and like kind of like, not really like an arrow, but whatever it was, came and shot and hit the target. It was supposedly, it was next to the guy. I don't know if it was an accident, but anyway, I'm watching it and I kept repeating it to say, like, is this really true? Like, am I really seeing this? Well, I seen whatever the object was, whatever the arrow, or as an example, let's just say it was an arrow, okay, just to say, hit the target, okay? But I seen whatever it was that it eventually is supposedly hit, I see it fall to the ground before the object hit it, is what I'm saying. Before the thing come across the room, atmosphere, whatever, before it came across and before it actually made contact, it fell down. And then so okay, so I just wanted to say all these things. And so, like, just say, I say, do your research, okay? But back in time, the original, Apollo 11, right, moon landing, back from 1969, okay, was actually, I'm sorry, I got like a little bit of notes here that I want to say. There were a group of scientists that were hired from the government to organize, or to work on helping with the project of the moon travel, the moon landing, okay? And which I'm not even gonna know if I'm gonna pronounce all these things. Werner von Braun, which was a German scientist, him and a group of other German scientists, engineers, and technicians were hired secretly. They were hired. They were, I guess, working on rockets and all that, missiles, okay? During, so after World War II, they were, had been working on Project Paperclip, okay? Which was, like I said, let's see, 1,600, more than 1,600 of them were hired secretly for U.S. employment for the government under the space program, which is called NASA. And so anyway, the one guy, Van Buren, let me see. Hold on. Werner Van Buren, okay. Apparently he held it secret, or kept it in his heart, okay, until upon when he passed away, and on his gravestone, on his stone, it's shown they put on their Psalms 19:1, and that quote, from what, and like I say, pull it up, but it talks about the heavens declare the glory of God, and the firmament showeth his handiwork. So I just want to leave you with that. That a lot of stuff, probably, I feel that it's been held secret. And weighing on a lot of people's consciousness and minds of what really, really is happening and really what's going on. Covering things up. Making us think that we were more or less than what we really are. And I just want to tell you that. And as the one astronaut, Buzz Aldrin, said back in time, the first original landing, he says that's one small step for mankind. Or sorry, let me repeat that. That's one small step for man and one giant leap for mankind. And I know I've said it before, but let's say one small step for man and one giant step for spirit kind. I love you. You're always in my heart. Just want to give something to think about. Because like I said, I feel with all the things that I've gone through in my life, the experiences that I've had, the things that the knowledge that I keep, finding, and all this other stuff, I think that we're far greater than what we're being told or led to believe. That we're made to try to believe that we're separated and less divine than what we really are. We're not separated. We're very powerful, heavenly, infinite beings, spiritual beings living the human experience. You're not separated from any of it. And the more that we think that we are less than, the less powerful, the more we, you know what I mean? What am I trying to say? The more power that people have over us. Anyway, my loves, I love you with all of my heart. You are the light of the world. We are the light of the world. Together we're stronger. And I've said, I think this is a huge opportunity for us to come together, collectively, individually, for healing. The heavenly world is here. It's here all the time. You're a part of it. You're not separated from it. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. I love you with all of my heart. Blessed be, my loves. Take care.